Hey creative people, I didn't get much on my sketchbook done this week, but I did have more work on the writing, so I'll show you that later. So let's start out with the sketchbook first. So we left off over here. Now this is I have a couple of pictures of this one. This is a statue, a magic statue that the characters encountered with a magical rubies for eyes. It's kind of a play off of the original Dungeons and Dragons player's handbook, where there was like a thief stealing gems from the statue's eyes. So I kind of have a similar statue with it, but this one is like a warrior statue with 6 arms. And here is Yusuf trying to steal the statue. Trying to steal the gem from the eye, but what happened was it magically teleported him away into the gem itself. So you see him here, like I kind of have like a effect of him like dissolving, disappearing into the ether. So he's actually getting transported into the gem itself. And that's like this is like actually a major plot point in the campaign of what happened to him. Something to do with the dragon that they raided the dungeon of last time. So that's it. I didn't do any paintings for this one, but let me show you the regular sketchbook. And actually, I showed you this previously, but I only had the pencils done. So now I have I colored this. I got some polychromos pencils. So first I inked it, and then I colored it with the colored pencils. So this one again, this is where Shauna trying to open the magical door and had a glyph on it, and the glyph triggered and it cursed her. And then when Harold, the new character, he was able to open it without any effects on him. And this was due to the fact that he was a non-magical character. She's a bard, she has magic spells, and he doesn't have any spells. He's just like a dumb barbarian, so he was able to open it. So that's the scene there. So I showed those last time. And this one too. And again, here's the same statue from before. And this is right after Yusuf gets teleported. You can see like a little flash here. He gets teleported into the gem. And the other two characters, Adrian and Emerald, saw what happened. So they're wondering, I was like, what's going on? He disappeared. And this one, it's kind of a spoiler, but so I won't really say. This is like one of the characters got fried, and the only thing left of him was a pile of dust. So that's going to happen in the next episode. But that's it for the sketchbook. Let me talk about what I have as far as the poetry is concerned. So I'm about halfway done with the rhymes on the session 5. So let me just go ahead and read to you the rhymes up to stanza 10. All right? So let's start. With a flick of her tail, Snake Girl calmed the fierce brute. He then paused and said, "You're too small for slaver's boot. I'm called Harold, and I'm here for Lareth the Rich. My people were enslaved to mine stones for the bitch." So Snake Girl invited Big Harold to the team. But Nama ran on and got ensnared up a beam. So I climbed on Harold and cut the trapped gnome free. Then Harold caught the gnome, turned and said, "I agree." A throne room we entered, slime fish tanks seen by Ken. The mage said, "Seem aching to jelly, scoop them, Ken." So the mage gave a flask and good Ken scooped them up. Heard a snap, "It's a trap," clamped his foot, what a rub. We ran to Ken, and I tried to disarm the trap, but he thrashed with pain, so I failed to free the chap. So Harold flexed his guns and pushed all to stand aside. With mighty bearish paws he ripped it open wide. With Ken free, Snake Girl, Harold, and the scout explored. Roshana, with keen sense, found a secret wall board. As she bent to look close, the guys checked out her tail. Then bolts shot from the wall and almost killed the males. Meanwhile, our ranger pulled a lever. A new room. Inside were skeletons, some victims racked for doom. and Harold said miners for laystones, but they failed. These seem to be locals, not my people, so jailed. So the dead we removed and laid their souls to rest. As we did, we then saw inscribed rooms not so blessed. So Ken prayed for wisdom to read the unblessed runes, a marker for ley lines. The next clue, it's a boon. Bored again, Namo was enamored by the throne. A glyph that he stepped on petrified the little gnome. So the mage tried to scuff the floor glyph, but he failed. Annoyed, he then blasted the glyph. Freed gnome then sailed. Meanwhile, Ken, Adrian, and I examined it. Oh wait a second. That's just the main stories. Need to skip over that. Before I changed it to rhymes, so it's actually down here. Back to us, we perceived the stone marker up close. The mage said, ley lines grant magic with much repose. A pattern I noticed and traced with fingertip. Eureka, wall open, checkered room, what a trip. We filed in, but noticed no exit here as well. Everyone searched around. Nothing. Let's use a spell. Then the bard played her flute and noticed something strange. Some notes made some tiles glow with patterns to arrange. And the rest I haven't rhymed yet, but it's up to 19 stanzas, so like halfway through. I was trying to get the episode 5 up this week, but I was a little slow, so hopefully I'm pretty sure it should be up next week. All right, everybody, take care. Bye.